Yeah. Is there any other specifics in this movie outside of that setup that you feel like is going to factor into Supergirl?
Supergirl, no. Peacemaker, yes.
Okay, so Peacemaker. I mean, obviously we have Justice Gang, which was shown in the Peacemaker trailer. Maxwell Lord, I imagine, will be in the... Okay, so in this movie, you got a Peacemaker cameo.
Yep. And a brief
People
Maxwell
were
Lord
laughing
cameo.
so much when he showed up that I was getting caught up in my head about it. I didn't actually catch a lot of what
I
he was
caught
saying.
half his dialogue.
Yeah, I didn't catch a lot of... Was he saying anything that was
sa-
actually important? Or was it
he
just funny
said,
shit?
No, he said something about like thinks he's better than me because he's got like all these code. Like it was something to the effect of like him being mad that Superman's good. Like him being like, oh, hoity-toity, Mr. Superman was the vibe I got. Again, I only heard half the dialogue. But I think that's important because I think what's going to happen is Peacemaker is going to obviously be the next thing we get. We get a show, Peacemaker, this fall.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be an element of the opposite of Superman where you've saved the world, but you're still a piece of crap.
Yeah.
And like, we know you're good because we've watched your show, but the world might not.
Right.
So I'm really excited to see the underdog story after getting this like huge, altruistic story. And I think following that up with Clayface and Supergirl is really going to establish that this universe is what Phase 1 felt like, where it's so disparate, but it gets to be, its own thing, especially with Clayface being an Elseworld. Like that's going to be really interesting. But I think the Peacemaker scene kind of sets up my big tinfoil hat theory is we have Stag Industries in a shot in the film when Superman is getting
Can you
attacked
please
by
explain
people.
what Stag is?
So Stag Industries is a giant billion-dollar corporation. It's responsible for the creation of Metamorpho. Metamorpho's in the film. They don't directly connect those, but if you're a comic fan, you go, that's why. So Stag Industries is in the roof. It's painted above Superman when he has that crime, when all the civilians are attacking him. He goes into this building.
Before a guy Gardner like blocks off the window. And
Exactly.
Stuff,
So Stag Industries, we have Maxwell Lord, and we have Luthor, and we have a brief shot of Gotham. Not Gotham itself, but a Gotham sign.
Gotham Highway.
Gotham Highway is that way.
Yeah.
So all of that is billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in an era, especially with Lex Luthor, of what is it when you're an owned superhero? Maxwell Lord sponsors the Justice Gang.
Yeah.
I'm curious if Peacemaker not only dabbles in that, but gets to a point where it's a commentary on working outside the system. Does Superman represent the good or does he represent the system? Do these heroes that work for a big, owned corporation represent the good or a system? I could see Peacemaker, especially with Vigilante, being kind of a Deadpool outside the system, like shine a light on the brokenness. I could see all of this leading up to, Argus is involved. We know Argus has been mentioned. Argus is a big spy organization. And I could see all this leading to like corporate heroes versus heroes that are doing it for the good of all things.
Do you feel like this is a theme that's going on too much in comic book mediums though? Like that, okay, so without fully giving it away, Thunderbolt's other title was The New Avengers. And when I finally watched it, I was like, oh, they don't really feel like the New Avengers. They feel like a corporate-owned Avengers team. And then, you got The Boys, which really talks a lot about this stuff. And now we got what it would appear is going to happen as well with the Justice Gang and such, with being corporate-owned. Do you feel like we're getting too much of this similar type of commentary?
I think as long as you make it a different version of that story, like every superhero origin, like parents die, orphan, like there's a lot of similarity in stories. It's how you tell the story.
Okay.
The Boys is very different than Thunderbolts. At no point did I feel a redundancy there.
Oh, yeah,
and then I think if DC goes the route of when everything is owned, what is a choice? Like I think as long as there isn't like a ragtag group of heroes that are fighting an R-rated, like I don't think that element's going to come to play. So I think it'll feel different enough. But this is just, I don't think that's going to be the main through line. I think that'll be an element that has been set up.
Yeah, I think they're doing a lot of, it's weird because there is like commentary in Superman, but it's not, it might distract some people who are going to feel like it overshadowed. I don't think it does. I don't feel like it's going out of its way because, you have the commentary about media manipulation, media association. Of course, you got a billionaire who's controlling the government.
Yeah.
And
that's where I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
it's not the main text. It's not even subtext. It's deep subtext.
Yeah.
That's what I think we're planting seeds of, along with the metahuman alienation.
Yeah.
You can't tell a superhero story without othering. You have to make sure that, like, there are people that are over there. And that's what I think it's doing with corporations versus metahumans. I think metahumans are going to be a big factor in the DC universe of, like, they're not like us.
Okay. That's fair. It's still, I do think like with Peacemaker season 2, he has to clear up though that Justice League cameo in some way, because you have like
Oh, it has to.
it has to, especially because you see this Peacemaker is acknowledging the Superman here, but then you have like a Superman and Batman appearance and a Flash,
The whole
and
Justice
Wonder
League.
Woman.
Yeah,
They have
Aquaman
everyone there.
and fucks fish.
They're all there. So I do think they have to like clear that up, because as much as like there's the like what is canon, what isn't, like, well,
I think that show
some
might
of it
be
does
the thing
matter.
to do that.
I hope he doesn't shy away
Yeah.
and actually does try to help answer that, because it's called Peacemaker Season 2. So
Right.
if you have people going back like, I'm gonna watch Peacemaker Season 1, or I haven't seen Peacemaker Season 1, then they might be like, wait, what the hell's going on?
Jason Momoa, I thought he was Lobo.
Yeah, it might create a bit of a confusion there. So okay, yeah, I mean, I like all those theories. And then
So yeah, again, I don't think it's going to be like the headline villain, but I think the Authority. I don't know what the deal is.
This sets up the Authority.
Yeah, I have a DC Studio showcase show. Doesn't mean I've read the scripts. I don't know what's happening with the Authority. Don't
How
think
do
of
you
me
think
as a
this
source.
is going to set up the Authority?
That was what I think is interesting. Is now we have Superman as this figure of good, and metahumans are kind of on the fence. They turned on him real quick. They turned back real quick. The Authority's always been a commentary on heroes. The Authority's always been like, what if Superman and Batman were not as trustworthy and they could be owned? So I could still see the Authority leaning into that Maxwell Lord and Luthor and all that stuff. Like, we've set those pieces up on the chessboard.
Okay, so
And obviously we've got the Engineer, who's a member of the Authority.
yeah,